Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Shannan and today I'll be talking about 5 of the most effective strategies to remove distraction. Now, distraction, they actually kill our focus and is actually one of our most valuable assets, probably actually even more valuable than money. I have talked about one other asset which is also more valuable than money in my video, which I will link above. Now, let's not get too deep into that part and we will dive into the topic. And let's dive into the topic of what are our effective strategies to remove distraction. Now, okay. Number 1, leave your phones and devices in another room. Now, it may not be actually a rare occurrence that it may not, it's quite actually common for us. I'm sure many of you have experienced the sensation of leaving your phone or your devices next to your workspace. Now, I'm sure many of you have felt that these devices, they seem to constantly pull our attention towards them. Eventually, we succumb to these temptations and we end up scrolling on social media and so on. Now, this is because we actually tend to get very distracted easily while we have these attention stealing devices near us. So honestly, really straightforward tip, just leave it in the room next to yours or elsewhere while you are working. You can always check it after you are done with your work. Now, for my second tip, you can use website blockers. Website blockers can include such as Freedom, which is paid, website blockers, which I'll show you here below. Now, here are some of the tools, which are actually some of the best productivity tools which I use on my laptop. Alright, so the first one is actually Freedom, where you can actually block the internet or block any website you want. You can choose where you can actually set a time, let's say 30 minutes, and you can start, and then it will block all internet access from your device. Let's say you want enable internet access but block whichever website which may be distracting for you. For Freedom, it is a paid application where you can upgrade, where you can use all their features for free. And you can use their feature, which they have a yearly package of $3.33 per month, or you can actually buy it permanently for $80, which is an October special. I'll make sure to link Freedom down in the description below. I'm not sponsored, by the way. Now, application you can use is actually newsfeed eradicator. So what happens is there will YouTube recommendations or basically your social media newsfeed. Now I'll show you how it looks like. So basically for YouTube, see what happens is instead of giving you YouTube recommendation, it blocks it and gives you a quote. Now this is for YouTube. For Instagram, this is how it looks like. So it totally blocks out your Instagram feed. Honestly, a really useful tool, which I found it extremely beneficial for my productivity. Now, it is free, so that's the good news. For the third one, that will be block site, where you can actually block a specific website, the same as Freedom. And then focus mode, where you can set it. It basically works similarly to Freedom. Alright, then you can block by words, categories. You can lead for password protection and so on. Now, my third tip for removing distraction is to actually play some focus or relaxing music. Now, for example, I actually use one of the more useful tools which I have found that help me focus is actually one tool which is called Brain FM, which you can choose between focus, relax, sleep. I'm not sure whether it's really a placebo effect or whatsoever, but it actually helped me focus during my work with that music that they play. However, it requires a subscription, which is not too expensive, but if you really want a free tool, you can always use Spotify for any brainwave music or piano relaxing music, instrumental, whatsoever. That will be useful as well. Now, my fourth tip for removing distraction is to actually practice meditation. I know some of you may be feeling that this is really repetitive if you have watched my previous videos, but honestly, meditation will really help you improve your mindfulness and your level and ability to focus. Now, if you are a beginner and you have never meditated before, I strongly suggest you using guided meditation using apps such as Medito, which is free to use, and I actually use it every day for my meditation session. For my fifth most effective strategy to remove distraction, that would be to reward yourself each time you complete a task. Why reward yourself if you complete the task? Well, in our creation of habits, our habit consists of three components, alright? The first is the cue, the response, and the reward. Now, if we do not reward ourselves, the thing is, what happens if we do not create a habit of constantly removing distraction? So we have to actually consciously remove distraction whenever we want to focus or work. Now, if we actually cultivate the habit, we can subconsciously remove the distraction and eventually get you to being in a flow or work state that will be actually super beneficial. Now, removal of distractions is really a valuable skill to be cultivated, and it can pay increasing dividends over time. However, it requires deliberate practice using set of the strategies which I mentioned above. By implementing these strategies, you will increase your productivity by probably tenfold. Honestly, it has been really life-changing tips which I implemented in my own life. I hope you found these tips valuable. If you did, click over here for my latest upload. If you had any requests or ideas for content that you want to see, leave it in the comments below. Click the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you want to see more content regarding productivity and focus. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.